But I just wanted to say thank you so much for joining today. I want to just walk you through a little bit more about what the Get Me Back membership is all about. So I'm just going to share my screen so you can see some little bits that I've prepared. And I'm also going to share bits of the website that you can see as well. So I wanted to first of all give you a little bit of an overview of what the membership is all about. So if I can find my control, this would be very helpful. There we go. Okay, so this is the first online fitness membership for women recovering from cancer. So I've got a few ladies who've joined who are still in treatment, but the advice here is around making sure that you've got the okay from your oncology team to take part, particularly if you've had surgery recently. So this is where we just need to make sure that your medical team are happy for you to exercise and that physically you are ready. All of the trainers and experts that work with me are specialists in cancer. And so we are aiming to safely rebuild your fitness and strength after treatment. But also what I've tried to create from this whole membership is a sense of community. So we all work out together. There are live classes that you can join and we have a little chat at the beginning. There's community forums that you can talk to each other and ask questions about. But they're kind of get-togethers when we speak to the nutritionists and the physio, and hopefully you can kind of get to know each other a little bit as well. You can interact with each other if you want to. But what I really wanted to create was somewhere where you felt safe and that you were in safe hands, and that it gives you an opportunity to regain your body confidence after quite a difficult experience going through your treatments. So we've kind of divided the membership into 4 pillars. So we've got fitness, which is mainly run by me around strength and cardiovascular fitness. But then we've also got this kind of restoration element, which is where Marcia, our yoga instructor, gets involved. And she's brilliant at kind of just reconnecting with areas of the body in a slightly slower way, and building up through yoga moves and breathing techniques and things like that. She's a specialist in breast cancer, but she has worked across different cancers as well. And her classes are quite gentle. They don't put pressure through shoulders or areas of the body where you might feel uncomfortable, or you might have a little bit less strength. We also have a lady who runs our nutrition pillar. So she is a registered nutritional therapist. She has breast cancer herself, and she supports us by creating monthly recipe cards. And she also runs a clinic every month where you can just drop in, ask questions. You can put questions on the forum, and she's really, really knowledgeable. So she knows lots about things like menopause. We're also talking a little bit about fueling exercise this week, and protein for repair, but also support on how to use food to help you recover better from surgery, but also to support joint pain and different elements of kind of post-treatment side effects that you might still be going through. And then, as I mentioned before, community is really important. So we're trying to meet up twice a year. Some of us get together. We're getting bigger and bigger, so we're trying to find locations. But at Christmas time, we all met on the River Thames in London, and it was a really nice kind of community feel, but also getting to know people that we've only met online. But there are also people doing challenges. I know Helen's doing a walk for Future Dreams. So we post different things that everyone's doing to try and encourage other people to take part. So that's a little bit about the membership. And you may have seen from the website that there are 2 options for joining. And I thought I'd give you a little bit of an overview at the beginning as to what the difference is between the 2. So I created first the Access All Areas. So this has got live classes. This is the main difference. So you can attend live classes across the week, but you can also see the big library of classes that is available on the on-demand library. So that gives you all of the classes that have happened to date, but also things that I've recorded separately that you can do in your own time, anytime. You get access to the programs that I've created. These are all recorded and kind of staged programs that you can work your way through that are really good at introducing strength training, really good at helping with recovery from breast cancer. So I've done like an 8-week program that you can work your way through. And I'm also starting to build more around kind of building back abdominal strength after abdominal surgery or gynecological cancers. And then, as I mentioned, our nutritionist does monthly Q&As, and she does monthly recipe cards. So you get some ideas for things to cook that are really good at supporting inflammatory, kind of anti-inflammatory foods, things for joint pain, good foods that help drive protein intake, which is really important for repair and recovery. Across the 2 programs, you also get this check-in with me, so you feel a little bit more accountable. You can come and talk to me every 2 weeks on Zoom, a bit like this, and just ask any questions or set some goals or things like that that you want to run through from a fitness point of view. And then you also get the opportunity to speak to our oncology physiotherapist, who's absolutely brilliant. She is a specialist in her field, and she answers lots of different questions, from things like cording to joint pain that might have been brought on in specific areas as a result of ongoing treatment. And she's really, really good at answering those types of questions. So she comes on, she's also on our forum, so she's there to answer questions ad hoc as well. So the key differences between the 2 programs are the live classes and the on-demand library. So if you just want to get started with one of those recovery programs or the introduction to strength training, you can start with the program access, which gives you access to everything around that, but you can work your way through the program in your own time and at your own pace. And then if you want to be more involved in the live classes, then you can move up to the access all areas, or you can do either, basically. But that's the main difference between the 2 memberships. So for those getting started who just want to do the program, I've made sure that there's an option for you as well. So to give you a little bit of a demonstration of the website, I'm going to take you over to the webpage. So bear with me 1 second, and please feel free to ask any questions at this point if you want to. Technology. Here we go. Okay, so you may have been on the website already. When you become a member, you can sign up here, which is what you've just seen on the previous slide. And then once you're signed up, you get access to this members area in the corner here. So this comes up as a nice menu of lots of different things that you can do. You can go in and book your live classes. We have a big timetable, so you can see what's going on. You can see tomorrow we've got our physiotherapy clinic, which is every month. And then there are classes across the week. We have yoga every other Thursday at 1 p.m. That was last week, so it's not this week. And then, as I mentioned, in the access all areas, you also get access to these on-demand workouts. So this is a big library of workouts, things to get you started, new workouts that I've recorded, recent live classes. And then I've divided things by body focus, so you can go full body, lower body, core strength, upper body. There's some cardio in there. And then there's also by time. So 45 minutes, 30 minutes. And I've also added a 20-minute one as well if you're just getting started. So you can do everything on the website. And you can do all of this stuff on the app as well. So I'll talk you through that afterwards. As I mentioned, we've got a brilliant yoga instructor, and she does classes every other week, and all of her classes are posted in the library here, so you can watch them afterwards. And then I've created a big library of stretch classes, which are really nice for relaxation, improving mobility, things that you can do while you're making a cup of tea, this one. And this one's using door frame stretches. So quite simple things that you can do around the house. A nice wake up and bedtime routine that you can add into your day. So keeping things nice and simple. That's a nice way to start the day gently, finish the day gently, or if you want to do something that is a bit less active than some of our classes. And then in our kind of community area, there's a forum and a discussion. So the forum is a little bit like Facebook. There's lots of posts here that give you information. So there's one about how to measure your progress. We've got adaptations for workouts if you don't like lunging, things like that. The equipment that you can get started with to use the app. I post just weekly schedules. And there's a bit of an introduction from our physiotherapist and from our nutritionist here. A few nutritional advice bits, mobility things. So lots of information, all relating to cancer recovery. So you can comment on that, you can share on that, and you can also add to that if there's something that you want to post that you found useful. And then in the other part of our community is a discussion, and this is where people are kind of chatting a little bit more. So you can join any of these groups, and then within the groups you can post information or questions. So the nutrition Q&A from last week is in here, and lots of people ask questions on the group and comment. So it's quite useful to come in here and have a look and see what's going on. And you do get notifications when things are posted to make sure that you're up to date on what's going on. But you can also post stuff in here if you've got any questions, and I'm regularly monitoring it so I can see what's going on and I can direct your questions to the right people. And then finally, just on here, the programs. So this is something that is included in that other less expensive option. So at the moment we have two programs. One that is an introduction to strength training, which is around 4 to 5 weeks. It's got a couple of workouts a week, some stretch classes, some information. So if you're just getting started with strength training, that's a good place to start. If you're specifically recovering from breast cancer, there is a longer program that includes a lot of that strength training, which is my breast cancer fitness recovery program. And I've worked with about 150 women now and taken them through the steps of this program. And it's really kind of progressive. So it doesn't start too quickly. It's got some nice ways of measuring change, things that you want to achieve, a suggested schedule of how you should work out, and how to plan and log your exercise so you feel like you're a little bit organized. And then we go through lots of different topics, like the introduction to strength training, which is also covered in the other program, and then specific things more for breast cancer around upper body mobility and strength. There's some core strength work, cardiovascular work, and then it comes into how to progress that into the next level. So progressing your strength training, progressing your core strength, and then bringing everything together at the end. So that's specific for breast cancer, but with the introduction to strength training, this is a little bit of a shorter program and it's not specific to any cancer. And again, it takes you through some key points to remember when you're recovering from cancer, and some tutorial workouts on the basics of strength training and how to get started. So this is a really good place to start. If you're a bit worried about joining any of the classes, this gives you an idea of how I work, the type of workouts that I use, and it gives you an opportunity just to start to build up your strength if you want to before joining a live class. But I should note that all classes, there are adaptations for different levels and different needs. So please don't feel afraid to come to any live classes. We are all in it together and adapting as and when you need. So hopefully that gives you a bit of an idea of the website, and basically everything that you've seen there then appears also on the app, which is easy to download and is best to download once you've signed up as a member on the website. And I have to share from my phone here, so please bear with me. Lots of technology. Okay, you should be able to see me. There we are. So it's available from Google and it's available from Apple. And this is the home screen So you come in and you get any alerts that I've sent out to let you know what's available or anything that's being updated. You get a little overview of the upcoming classes that are coming up. And you can also track the live classes that you've been to. So I check you in when you come to a class and it counts the number of classes you've been to so you can track your weekly goals. We're doing a kind of motivation May at the moment. So trying to get everyone to get to 2 classes or 2 on-demand sessions a week to get those 2 strength training sessions in. And then within the app at the bottom, you'll see there's a menu. So I can click to the live classes. So this is similar to the website. It's just a timetable of different classes that are happening. And what you need to do is book yourself into them. It will give you the Zoom details that you need to come along. Sorry, this is actually the wrong class because this is a circuits class. It will give you the Zoom details so that you can come along, and it will email you the details as well, a bit like it did when you booked in on the website for this session. And you just book now and you get an email with the Zoom details, and all of our classes are run through Zoom so that everybody can see each other if they want to, and I can see you so that I can provide guidance and feedback on your technique. So that gives you an idea of how to book into any live classes. And then this is the library, similar to online. It's got the different menus and different types of workouts that I do. So you've got your live workouts, your full body strength, HIIT and cardio, core strength, and then lots of other per body type. And then I've also created a 20-minute option somewhere up here. But there's also some new topics that I add all the time. So somebody asked if they could have workouts to do on holiday with minimal equipment. So there's a little folder of lots of workouts that you can do on holiday just with bands, but just to make sure that you're staying active wherever you are. No excuses. And then the programs are all in here, exactly the same. I think they look better on the app, to be honest. And you can go in and do all of the steps within the program, and it just takes you through the exact same thing that I've just done, information, workouts, things like that. So that is programs. And then here we've got the additional stuff that I showed you on the website. So you've got the yoga and stretch section, which you can look at for stretching, yoga options, exactly the same as on the website. And this is the forum here that's a little bit more condensed, but you can scroll through the same type of information, measuring progress, things like that. And then finally, you can also see the blog here, which is available on the website too. And this is where we post things like our recipe cards, which are just available. Here's our April recipes. They're available to our members. So Joan put together some anti-inflammatory recipes for healthy joints this month. And I think last month was about eating the rainbow. So trying to get as many colours into your diet as possible. And then finally, there's the members chat on here as well. So you can, this looks a little bit more like WhatsApp when you come into it. You can scroll through and see how everyone's commenting and engaging with the chat. So this is ahead of our physio clinic tomorrow. Everyone starts to post questions about what they might want to ask. And then we go through the questions with Hannah tomorrow online on Zoom. So I hope that gives you a little bit of an overview of what's behind the scenes here, and the membership options, but also the information that I'm actually providing and offering as part of the subscription. So I wanted to check, did anyone have anything that they wanted to ask specifically about it, or anything that they were unsure of that they wanted to run through?
Hi Sarah, can I ask a question?
Yeah.
I just wanted to ask, I can see that thank you, that was really brilliant. But I just wanted to ask you, run sessions on core strength. Do
Yeah.
you or your physio run any sessions on, particularly on pelvic floor exercises post-gynae surgery?
So I've just started creating video content for mainly pelvic floor exercises, because breast cancer also with the kind of hormone drops can create pelvic floor problems. We're starting to look at that a little bit more and going back a step with the core strength so that people can really build up from zero. So it is coming. It's gradually feeding into the workout mix.
Brilliant. No, that's really helpful. Thank you.
Hey, Lucy, can you just take yourself off mute? That's it.
Sorry about that.
Okay.
Yeah, no, my question was really, do I need to wait until I have completely finished treatment? So I'm probably going to have radiotherapy. Presumably it's good to wait until you finished all of that, is it? Or is there any point in?
I mean, it's hugely beneficial to exercise during your treatment as well. As long as your oncologist is happy for you to exercise, then I would encourage exercise, particularly radiotherapy, because it will help reduce your cancer-related fatigue. So if you feel well enough, I would say,
go for it.
Yeah.
Okay. No, that's been really useful. Thank you. Thanks.
I'm glad. Helen, did you have a question?
Oh, no, it's fine. I was just going to say thanks for doing that, because I just felt like I might have been missing out on information and where to go for everything. But you guided us through, and it's good. It's probably just time, trying to catch up with, like, when you do these chats with the nutritionist and the therapist. So I've just found them. I thought I found them. Yeah. Was it in
the nutrition and the physio group?
Yeah. So that go into the members chats and then click into them, and then I can watch them. Yeah.
Lots of people do it while they're going on their walk or the dog walk.
Yeah.
You don't have to look at it, but they're listening
to it. Yeah. Okay, great. No, I think that's it. Thank you.
Hi, Sue.
Hiya, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good, thank you. I was just thinking of, because I had my knee op after everything. I obviously wanted to come back and continue sort of where I left off as such, but I was thinking to try it out, I'd go for the 21st, the smaller program, because I just need to see if I can get through a class. Is the class that you were saying about the recovery from the breast cancer, is that the one that I took originally?
It's all
I could do that to gauge myself.
It's slightly tweaked, but it's all been recorded to use in that way. So similar format. So I could sort of gauge myself on that, so I know how far I got. Brilliant. So it's the same sort of what's the word I'm looking for, energy and brilliant. Okay, that's great, thank you. No problem. Michaela, how are you?
Hello, good, thank you. Firstly, just want to say thank you. So I joined the programme a little while ago, and if I'm honest, I've been hiding in the background a little. I had surgery 8 weeks ago and due to start radiotherapy next week for breast cancer. And I've sort of done some of the on-demand classes, but didn't feel quite brave enough to just join a Zoom class. So actually by doing this, I now feel like I've kind of broken that duck. I'm ready to go now. So I will see you in the next couple of weeks.
Brilliant. And I think that's why the check-in every couple of weeks, if you're feeling a bit apprehensive about coming to those types of classes, it's quite useful just to have a little chat beforehand. And we can go into a private room if you don't want to do it in a group setting. It's not recorded, but it just gives you that opportunity to speak to me and engage with anyone else as well.
Thank you.
Did anyone else have any questions? No. Okay. So
sorry. Is this a rolling month, or how does it work?
It is a rolling month. So from the day you sign up, it's based on that date. But do bear in mind that the open access has a week's trial. So if you just want to do a week, you can just check it out on that one.
Brilliant.
And then if you cancel pre that week, you can get yourself on the membership one. You'll see everything that is available. on that one.
And if you want to change like mid-month to the next one, can you do that, or do you have to wait?
Yeah, you can't, because of the way the payment schedule works.
Yeah, it's
You
fine.
basically get to the end, and it will run until the end of your payment, and then it will cancel from there, whatever time of the month you cancel.
That's brilliant. Thank you.
Well, thank you very much, ladies, for joining. I really appreciate it. If you have any other questions, please don't hesitate to email me or message me, whichever way you want to contact. And I really hope to see lots of you on a class soon.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Sarah.
Thank you.
Everyone.
Thanks,
Lovely to meet
bye.
you all.
Bye.
Nice to see you, Maria.
Bye.
Bye.